Hello. um, I have been, oops, I have been moved to make a video tonight, and this video, out of all the videos that I have made so far, is the one so far that is, I think, the most meaningful video out of any of them that I've made. I have some stuff to say, and I feel like it's important. One of the things, I'm just going to get to the points, I'm not going to dilly-dally around. Okay, so there's stuff going on in the world and everything, and when we hear about stuff going on in the world, our brains, depending on like where you're at, but generally your brain is going to automatically form some kind of like statement, emotion, or belief, or opinion. I don't know if I said that right, but opinion, belief, emotion, or some kind of, about whatever it is that's going on. So you hear about something. So this is just an example, okay? You hear about some fires going on, and immediately, oh man, that's a shame, because they were just the Canadian fires. You're like, immediately, like, your body, you can feel it. If you're really aware, you can feel when your body does this. And I'm just now becoming aware of this. Like, I just learned this today. I probably knew it already, but like, it's so I heard about the Hawaiian fires, and immediately I was like, actually, before I even made an emotion or whatever, I thought, they need rain. They need rain. I mean, things happen for a reason, and the universe does things. But one of the things that we forget as a human collective is that we have brains, and and this is proven in psychology, and proven in frequency. If you look at a frequency distributions, or and also psychology, thought patterns. Okay, so this is like, I'm not just pulling this out of my ass. When our mind thinks something based on the outside world, and forms opinions and reacts, we're just like, we think we're just like one person, okay? But if like a bunch of people feel this way, it kind of just like, I don't know how to look at it from the other side, actually. In this specific case, I don't know how to look at it from the other side. Then what I'm trying to say is, we need to start thinking more positively. So like, and I don't care what your religion is. This doesn't have anything to do with religion, okay? If you exist at all, you're part of the universe in some way. Whether you're freaking, I'm not going to go into what it could have been and all the possibilities, or what it is, all the possibilities. I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to say, if you are existing and you are like, yes, I exist, then what I'm about to say applies to you. When something is on fire, or there's a natural disaster, we really have to stop thinking negatively, like, oh, what a shame that this is going on. What a shame this is going on. Like, sure, it is, but like, think the opposite instead. They need rain. Universe, please send them rain. That took like 3 seconds. Universe, please send them rain. Instead of forming an opinion or a negative thought or whatever belief about it, say what you would want for them. If you had the power, because you have a brain, and your brain, you know, is connected, and like you're made of energy, and I mean, everything is energy. That's also proven, Nikola Tesla. Everything is energy, okay? Your energy, yes, you have a body, and yes, you can see it, but you are energy. Every thought is energy. Whether it manifests or doesn't manifest is irrelevant, as far as the fact that every thought you have, every belief, every strong belief that comes through, you are emitting some type of frequency. So how many people are there in the world? I don't know what the population is right now, but if everybody was, and I'm not trying to change everybody or change how they think or anything like that, and I'm not trying to say, you know, but I'm saying that if you have a group of people, a large group of people, believing the same thing at the same time, praying, you don't have to call it prayer. Like if you know, some people have some thing, prayer is religious. I'm not religious, I can pray. Well, you do pray, you just aren't aware that you pray. Every time you want something or desire something, or you know, get into a situation and without even thinking about it, oh God, why? Or like, thank you God, you know, just randomly, you don't think about it. Okay, these are like strong prayers. So like if everybody, not everybody, obviously you can't have everybody do it, but start thinking the opposite. If there's if you see somebody, like try not to do this about people though, unless it's gonna be good. Like if you're gonna, like the trouble is some people want to talk about people, and I used to be one of them. I don't ever talk about, and this is true, I do not ever talk about anybody. Nobody's name comes out of my mouth ever, unless it's going to be something positive, something that has to be heard, or something that's neutral. I don't talk about people's past unless it's, you know, mine. And if I am going to bring up a situation for a specific reason, I'm going to, you know, end it with probably somehow how it changed me into a better, you know, it was supposed to happen because there's like a point to it. I don't ever like just run my mouth about people, and we really need to stop this as a culture. It's not cool. It's not cool to run your mouth about people. It's not cool. All it is, it doesn't make it true. Just because stuff happened in your perception, what you think about somebody else does not matter. And you really shouldn't spread bad shit about them. Like, let somebody else form an opinion about it, unless it's necessary. If it's something seriously necessary, like you see something happening and it has to be said, and you feel like you can save somebody from some type of situation, but only say it if it's true, and really think about it. Is this necessary before you know? But anyway, my whole point also, like the main thing that I was getting at is that, told you I have a lot to say, is that if you have a group of people thinking the same thing, say that right now we all think, and we all say out loud just one time, or 3 times, one time or 3 times, thank you, universe, for bringing Hawaii rain, so that the fires can bring, so it can bring relief, so it can bring relief to the people of Hawaii. I mean, that's so easy. And if you feel like you can't do that, then I mean, you really should ask yourself why. Why wouldn't I want to say something like that instead of just thinking something negative about a situation and then just dropping it like, oh, bummer, or oh, that's such a shame, and then just leaving it there. Like, don't leave it there, because if we if we keep thinking this way all the time, like, nothing is going to really get better. We have to start, you know, call it prayer, call it having faith, call it sending out a signal, call it whatever you want to call it. Call it what you would, you know, what you want to happen. You can make it personal if you want. Say, this is what I would want to happen. Of course, you would love for it to rain, for fires to go out. Okay, say it like it's already answered. Thank you, universe, for sending rain to Hawaii to bring relief for the people in the land. You know, affirm it. Thank you, it's already been answered. I mean, do it out loud. Out loud with your mouth is better than in your head. It's stronger, more powerful. With your mouth, it's stronger, more powerful. So if you really want something to happen, and some people do that all the time, like for their own personal life, but we can do it for the world. But one person or a couple people can't do it for the whole freaking world. It has to start. The movement has to start. People have to start doing it, becoming awake to doing this. And, you know, if you forget, but like, try to remember to do that. No matter what it is, you know, plant more trees. Thank you, universe, for planting more trees. It has to be a thing, you know. We can do that. We can speak that. The more people that do it and that are speaking it out, the more people that do it and are speaking it out, the more likely something is about to take place. By the way, speaking of Hawaii, this is my favorite water. It's Waikea water, and it's Hawaiian volcanic water. Naturally alkaline electrolytes, deep well water. It's like, has volcanic ash in the water. I think my laptop's about to die, so I'm gonna have to plug it in. But volcanic ash actually pulls toxins from your body, so that's why it's my favorite. My second favorite is Nirvana water, but this is my first favorite because it really flushes your system out. 1 second. Okay. So, the other thing that I want to talk about, and this might come across as, this really has nothing to do with religion. There are a bunch of religions. They are all rooted from source, creator, from God, and so the Bible, okay, and I promise you, this is not religious. Even if it was, it wouldn't matter, but it's actually not religious. So the Holy Bible, okay? There is, you can read the Bible like it is, and I'm going to be honest, I've never read the Bible all the way through. However, I do use it as a tool, which I really do want to read it all the way through But until I do that, I actually know sort of quite a bit about it because I've done research about it, but I wouldn't mind talking to somebody who knows all about the Bible. However, if you read the Bible literally and you take every word and you take it as history, so God is in the present, timeless, and the Bible talks about, it uses examples from history. So people want to read it and they want to take every single thing literally, which I'm not saying. I'm saying a lot of this stuff, I really believe that a lot of these stories happen. I don't know if every single one happened the way that they said that they did, but I know, like, in the world that I live in, and where I'm at energetically and spiritually, the Bible, some people say they talk to God, okay? And they want to be smart, and they want to say, God said this, and they say something. There's a lot of people doing that right now. God said da 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 da. So chances are, because God doesn't really like form opinions, definitely does not start rumors, create artificial stories about a group of people or a person. You cannot say God said this about you, okay? And this is how you can tell if it came from God. You will, regardless of your religion, you will in some way be able to find an example of it somewhere in the Bible. You really will. God's not going to say anything that there is not some kind of example or demonstration or it just won't happen. And this is true regardless of your religion. You can be Muslim or Arabic, and the reason why is because if you know how to read the Bible, which God is love, okay, and if you know how to read it, and I know you're not supposed to like pick and choose and form your own opinions about the Bible, or take, I know you're not supposed to do that, and this is beyond that. And I just want to I'm just okay, let's see, seeing if I okay, this is a good one actually. This is and you can put this right in the present right now. This is God, okay? This is in the Bible. 144, a Psalm of David, Psalm 144:14. I'm going down here, the Psalm of David. Lord, what is man, that thou takest knowledge of him, or the Son of Man, that thou makest account of him? Man is like to vanity, his days are as a shadow that passeth away. Bow thy heavens, O Lord, and come down, touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning, and scatter them. Shoot out thine arrows, and destroy them. Send thine hand from above. Rid me and deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. I will sing a new song unto thee, O God, upon a psaltery and an instrument of 10 strings will I sing praises unto thee. So without forming an opinion of this, because I try not to form opinions about anything, and since I'm not, since I'm like a human with a human mind, and the God who this is, I cannot, ever speak for. So, man, okay, and this is also regardless of your religion. We are creatures of habits, thoughts, patterns, and vanity. And when I say vanity, I'm referring to the ego. Okay. Having a conversation with somebody, and thinking that somehow your opinion or what I've been through is way harder than what you've been through. No, what I've been through is way harder. You don't even understand. You have it easy. You have no idea. You have no idea what's going on in that person's body. You have no idea what kind of belief system that their specific mind has formed. You can have two different people. You can have 3, 5, whatever, different people, and have them go through almost the exact same scenario of circumstance. And each person likely is going to internally think something different, depending. So I'm just gonna share a couple of personal things. When I was in elementary school, kids weren't really mean to me. Like, I didn't really get bullied. Like, you hear about some kids getting bullied, and this is nothing like that. This is actually really minor. However, okay, so something like this. In 4th grade, I used to wear normal clothes. I didn't wear jeans until I was in, I think, 6th grade was when I first started wearing jeans. So I wore like, what are they called? Not spandex, but I don't know what they're called. Just like, comfy pants made out of like cotton or whatever. And like a t-shirt. And there was one time I bent over and a kid said, "You have a big arsh though," or arsh, or astronaut. "You have a big astronaut," is what he said, okay? So nowadays, if somebody says you have a big astronaut, you're like, "Thank you." Like, well, I can't say that because somebody else, see, I can't speak for everybody. Somebody else is going to take that. Maybe they really want a small booty and they like having a small booty, and that's not a compliment to them. These are what your mind does. So I'm in 4th grade and I hear that, and I immediately think that that's, my mind tells me this isn't the truth, because the truth was that any belief that I formed about the situation was simply just a false belief. I could have just bypassed it and been like, okay. And had I known what I know now, that I'm older and smarter, if I could tell little me that, then I would have taken a lot more chances in my life, and I would have, because other similar situations, somebody told me I had hairy arms, okay? They told me that I had the hairiest arms that they had ever seen on a girl. So, I think that was 4th grade too. So like hairy arms and then big astronaut, and then I got glasses. I wore them one day and got called 4 eyes, which is typical, Shouldn't have thought anything of it. I needed to see, but I took it to heart. I did not wear my glasses until I got contacts in 8th grade. So I went all that time basically seeing blurry. Had to sit, in the front of the classroom so I could see. And like looking back at how silly that is and how so many of us still do that. Somebody says something about it and we immediately, and it's really hard not to do sometimes, because sometimes our feelings do get hurt, especially when you're a kid and you're just like, that's not very nice, and they probably didn't even mean anything by it. They were just being silly, silly boys and silly whatever, or just, okay, I have hairy arms. You have hairy arms. Like, didn't mean anything, didn't say it to hurt me. But in my mind, I went home and I shaved my arms, okay? I shaved my arms that night, and I was like, Mom, look, I shaved my arms. Well, it grew back twice as hairy, and the hair was black. And so, because I had hairy arms and a big astronaut, I wore a sweatshirt from 4th grade until senior year of high school. It was usually the same sweatshirt, but not all the time. But I had like my favorite ones or whatever. And the reason why I did this is because I didn't want anybody to see my big butt and my hairy arms. All the way until senior year of high school, from something that happened in 4th grade. I was not bullied harshly, simple incidences. Very minor, like, stuff happened. Like, kids were mean sometimes. But my mind made me feel that something was wrong with me because of what people said. And there was nothing wrong with me, but my mind made that false belief because it thought that based on what somebody else said. But yeah, so it doesn't make it true. Anyway, why was I saying this? There's a reason. Because our mind does that. It creates false belief systems about people, situations, and about ourselves, and about scenarios. And we really have to ask ourselves, is this true? Can there be another perception other than my own perception? If the answer is yes, you can't just say no, because if it involves another person, the answer is going to be yes. If it involves another person that has a brain, the answer is going to be yes. You cannot say no. No, only my perception is right. You can't. If it involves another person, you can't. It's not possible. So, regardless of what your belief system or opinion of a situation is, and you can choose what you want to believe. If you want to believe something, then, if that's what you want to believe, then believe it. But we really have to start, before we form opinions and beliefs, ask ourselves, can there be another perception? You don't have to figure out what the other perception is, but if you think about it, if you want to think about it, you can. My mind has done that. I always try to put myself in somebody else's shoes, and sometimes it works out in my benefit. In the long run, I know it is, because I'm forming opinions and belief systems less and less about people and situations and about myself. What that leaves room for is more positive ideas, more actual truths to come in. So vanity. Your mind, you get into a conversation with somebody. No, I'm right. I'm absolutely right. I know it's this way. I absolutely know it is. absolutely notice. I'm gonna do everything that I can to prove to you that I'm right and you're wrong. That's not really a good example. A good example would be this. Well, I got my master's, and then I got my PhD, and you know, I've been working and doing all of this stuff, and you're having a conversation with somebody like bragging about yourself, and somebody who maybe got their GED, who you just met. Let's say you just met this person, okay? What education do you have? Well, I got my GED. And you're like, well, I have my master's and my PhD, and you know, even if you don't say it out loud, let's just say that you're thinking this. You're thinking that somehow you're better than this person that got the GED because you received more levels of education. That's vanity. Thinking that your achievements are somehow better than somebody else. Thinking that you are better, somehow top notch, above others because of something that you did, some effort that you put in more so than somebody else. That's vanity. Looking in the mirror thinking, I am so beautiful. Why is so and so with her? Why would he not be with me? I have, you know, this and this going for me. Why would he be with her? That is vanity. Thinking that you are better, that your looks are better, that your achievements are better. It's one thing to have confidence in yourself and to do, you know, give yourself compliments, to dig yourself out of whatever, or just to compliment yourself. Compliment yourself by all means. I'm the shit today. I'm awesome, you know? But also, he's awesome and she's awesome, and you know, like, that bird's awesome over there, and the sun's pretty awesome, and you know, when the stars are out, the stars are pretty, you know what I mean? It's just crazy. All these people, like, I don't watch TikTok. I don't have a TikTok. I've thought about having a TikTok. I don't judge people that do have a TikTok, but just like shaking, like, and I'm not judging, because I don't know where some people's minds are at. So since I'm not thinking on that level, and I'm thinking over here on some other level, I don't know why people are doing that instead of like, you know, I'm not sure, like, why would you rather spend your time shaking booty? Oh, that's right, it's for attention. That's right, attention seeking, solely for the purpose of getting attention and feeling more valued by how many likes or how many comments or how many people watch your TikTok. And sometimes our minds do that automatically, but how many likes you get and how great you can shake your butt on TikTok, without judgment, do what you want to do. Like, I don't know, the world that I hear about, I can't deny. I try to deny, you know, trying to look within, on some soul searching, trying to improve, trying to do some things with myself. And that's not selfish, and it's not vain that I'm trying to do this for myself. It's about freaking time that I try to do this for myself, because otherwise no, I mean, nobody's gonna do it for me, you know what I mean? Like, you do the learning, you do the work. Nobody can actually do the work for you. And it doesn't matter how long it takes or how hard it is or how many times you mess up. You just keep going, and it's really, really hard sometimes, but you just have to do it. No matter how bad a situation seems, no matter how long you're in that situation, it will change in some way. If it's really bad, like, you know, think about what can I do to change it immediately. Like, if you're in a bad relationship or something like that, and you feel like you have to stay in that relationship because even though say that you're getting lied to or cheated on, or you'll have no place to go, so you stay in a relationship or something because they're paying for it, but it's a toxic relationship and you're not happy, and you only stay in it because of whatever, and, you know, and they're lying to you or whatever the case is. I'm not going to go into details about this hypothetical relationship I speak of. There is a way, like, get out of it. The sooner that you get out of that toxic relationship, it doesn't even matter, like, even if you have no place to go, like, even just a try, like, is gonna let your mind, not be stuck in a toxic cycle, because, like, when you're in it, like, you know, and then if you're like me, you're like blaming yourself, like, what did I do? Like, what did I do that was so bad? How can I please the other person? How can I make them happy? Why are they doing this to me? Why can I somehow not make them happy? What you should be asking yourself is not how you can make somebody happy who's not making you happy. How can you? And yes, you can live without them, no matter if it seems like you can't. You can. You really can. Even if you think it's your soulmate from a past life and it's destined and there's just no way that it's not going to work. If it's, you know, if it's meant to be, it will be, like, even if you take some time apart. I forget why I was saying that, but just toxic thought patterns. We can help the world. We can help the world so easy. So much easier than we think. No, it might not be as easy as I'm speaking about it, but if we start doing it, if we start speaking, thank you universe for providing this. Thank you, universe, for providing rain when necessary. Thank you, universe, for providing this sunny day where this, you know, thank you, universe, for protecting this city. Thank you, universe, for planting more trees. Thank you, universe, for, thank you, God. You can say thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Jesus, Prince of Peace. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Somehow it's going to get back. It's going to frequency out. And the more people that do it, and change their way of thinking, when something happens, don't believe what you're seeing on the news. Don't believe what you're seeing on the internet right now. Please, especially if it's something new. Do you know how much stuff is faked right now? Like, and people will just be like, believe in it and stuff. Check your sources, you know, check yourself, and also ask yourself, is this something that I want to believe in my mind, or is it something that I should discard? Because the truth of it is, whether it's true or not, that doesn't really matter. What matters is, if we want a better world, we have to retrain our minds to speak thank you, universe, for this, and help the world. And the more people that say thank you, universe, the universe is going to respond back. If one person does this, it's called law of attraction. Somebody doing that and trying to match the frequency. If a bunch of people do it and are putting the message out there, the universe will respond. It will. And, you know, they want to call me like, this is something else, but people want to say, get out of the matrix, get out of the 3D matrix, wake up, you know, wake up, see who you really are, you know, this is all part of it. Like, I'm not gonna hold back from sharing this message, because what if, you know, what if I didn't share this message and I was still in the, like, so-called matrix or whatever, you know, a year later, 2 years later, and like shit went downhill, and I'm like, man, if I would have told people what I know, because I know this is true, I really do, I know it is, and it says it in the Bible, so it can back me up. It's in the Bible. A mustard seed of faith is all that you need. A mustard seed of faith. So you're saying thank you to the universe. That was my bird. Saying thank you to the universe and having faith that this is going to take place. You know, on an individual level, it's different because, you know, some things are personal desires and you have to go through certain, like, stages and, like, you know, remove certain things from your life and everything. But, like, on a mass level, to speak something, on a mass level, if people are doing it, the universe will respond. God will respond to the earth. God will respond to the earth if people are actually doing it. It will be that way. But if we're not, then how do you expect, you know, if people are just having individual prayers before bed, thank you for my mom, thank you for, I hope this person beats this. It's like, that's really good and everything, but thank you, universe, for a sunshiny day. Thank you, universe, for the grass. And people that are waking up are, you know, already doing this. Like, I really can't stress it enough. Like, it really is, you know, that it really is true. You speak it, and on a mass level, the universe will respond. Because there will be that many minds, that many voices speaking the same thing, the same message, and it will happen. So yeah, that's my message. And again, yeah, I could go on a little bit more because I really do have a lot to say, but I'll just save it for another time. That was the main thing I wanted to say. Hope everybody had a good day, and I wish everybody good vibes. Good vibes. Okay. See ya.